Hello guys, you're welcome to Temitope's kitchen. In this video I am going to show you how to make this absolutely amazing Nigerian stewed beans and yam porridge. This recipe is for you if you are looking for new ways to make your beans interesting. Also, if you have children who don't like beans, you should definitely make this for them. So I start off with bringing my beans to a boil for 2 minutes and then soaking it for some hours before cooking it. This is to ensure that most of the gas producing oligosaccharides in beans, which causes flatulence, is removed. So if flatulence is one of the reasons why you avoid eating beans, you should definitely try this method. Alternatively, you can soak the beans in hot water for 6 to 12 hours before cooking it to remove most of the gas producing oligosaccharides, which causes flatulence, and you can enjoy your beans without any hitch. After you've soaked it for a while, you'll change the water and you'll rinse it for some time before you cook them properly. Next off, I proceeded to cook the beans, and while that is being done, I cut the yam into tiny pieces. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but if you put your yam in water just like this, it reduces the time it takes to decay. My mom actually taught me this method and it works every time. By this time, the beans was already getting soft and it was time to put the yam pieces. After I put the yam pieces, I stirred it, added some water, and I added salt. This is the time to add your salt, not before. If you had salt before, it will slow the time your beans takes to cook. You can check back in 10 minutes, and when your yam is soft, it is time to get to the interesting part. And this is the interesting part, the part where you take this from light to thick. So basically, all you have to do is stir, mash some beans, mash some yam as much as possible, and continue to stir until you have a thick consistency, just like this. This is the secret. Just mash, stir, and stir, and in no time you will have a thick consistency just like this. Next up, I proceeded to make the stew. I add some Ponmo, some pepper, and some mackerel fish and crayfish. You can decide to use kmala fish, you can use any type of fish, you can use dried or smoked catfish, just anything you have. You can use beef, just make it your own basically. Next off, I added some palm oil in the fry pan, some diced onions, the fish. Now you want to use a lot of palm oil for this recipe because you'll be needing it later on for your beans. So I added the crayfish, the Ponmo, and I continued to stir, and I allowed that to fry a bit before adding the pepper. The reason why I decided to fry it a little bit before adding the pepper mix is to give it some stability, so you don't end up with very soft Ponmo or tiny pieces of fish. And for my pepper mix, I used the manual hand grater. I just like the coarseness it gives me. It is just so perfect. If you're using a blender, make sure to use the pulse function to process your pepper mix. After that, I added some Maggi, salt there, and I allowed that to cook for some minutes, and in no time, this was so good. It tasted amazing. Just look at that. Look at that fish. So yeah, that's the good thing with frying the fish. It will not allow it to break too much, so you still see the fish in your pepper. Just look at that. Look at this beauty. This is so amazing. I cannot even begin to tell you how good this tastes. If you don't like beans, please, you have no reason not to like beans. Beans is very good. It's high in protein, fiber. If you're trying to lose weight, you should eat beans. Please let me know what you think about this recipe. Do you like it? Would you be trying it? Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next video. Bye.